We've known for some time that this was coming, and I don't just mean a month and a half ago when the Supreme Court leaked a draft of their plot to destroy Roe v. Wade came out. We've known for some time that this is what the right wanted to do. This is what Trump was choosing justices for as of today. In many states already, your reproductive rights are gone. They have been completely destroyed, and there's every reason to believe that it is only gonna get worse from here. So I want to show you the section that matters from this decision. Held, the Constitution does not confer a right to abortion. Roe and Casey are overruled, and the authority to regulate abortion is returned to the people and their elected representatives. Joining Justice Alito were Justices Clarence Thomas, Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett. So, the six, the supermajority of Republicans, the three that Trump put on the court, and it's gone now. That's it. And the justices on the liberal side have a dissent, and it's good and it's well thought out. And the majority opinion makes no sense internally. It makes no sense in connection to what those individual justices have said before about the law, about precedent, about how settled Roe itself was. It makes no sense whatsoever. The only thing that makes sense is that they have the numbers, and that's all that matters. This is not about originalism. This is not about some sort of raw judicial analysis of the Constitution. They wanted to take away these rights. They got enough people on the court to do it, and so they've taken away the rights. And there's a lot of aspects of this that we're going to talk about and break down, but what are you thinking this morning?
I mean, there's so many thoughts. I can't help but be infuriated by all the missed opportunities from the Democratic Party, including the fact that Barack Obama could have codified Roe v. Wade through legislation when he had a supermajority in Congress during the first 2 years of his term. And obviously, and inevitably, those who run cover for them love to argue that there were blue dog Democrats and conservative Democrats that wouldn't have codified Roe v. Wade, which I'm so sick of that excuse. Politics isn't just about carrots, it's also about sticks. And at some point, Democrats lost the plot and just completely stopped using hard politics to sway members of their own side to do the right thing. I mean, when you think about what was accomplished under LBJ with the Civil Rights Act, the majority of lawmakers were not on board for that. And if you read about the kind of tactics and maneuvering he implemented to get it done, you'll understand that the Democrats, with the slim majority that they have now, could actually wield that power to protect our rights, but will fail to do so. The other thing that I'm thinking about is the speech that President Joe Biden gave in response to this reversal of Roe v. Wade. It was more of the same. Calls for Congress to codify Roe v. Wade without calling for an end to the legislative filibuster in the Senate, which effectively makes it impossible to get anything done. Then he talks about how, we're gonna make sure that we can do what we can in the executive branch by protecting women who travel to other states to get an abortion. But his power in that regard is pretty limited, right? So let's see what's gonna happen with these right-wing individuals who want a theology rather than, or want to force their theology on us rather than allow us to live in a country that's supposed to be about freedom and individual liberty and the ability to make decisions about our own health, our own lives, our own bodies. And I'm also worried about women who live in states that have legalized abortion, because there will be a flood of women coming into those states. And women in the states that have it already legalized, they're gonna probably deal with long wait times. Obviously, time is of the essence when it comes to abortion. There's just a lot to worry about right now. And I'm trying to take in what it all means and what we can do to respond to it effectively. But one thing that I will say is, please don't donate money to the Democratic Party. Right, like just don't. Look up organizations that are providing aid to women who are seeking abortions. I think that your money will be better spent there rather than fundraising for the Democratic Party. Oh, and one other thing, Biden says, just elect more of us. Elect more of us. We haven't accomplished what we said we would accomplish, but elect more of us. Okay, good luck with that messaging. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, elect more to do what? What have they done? What have they been just passionately waiting to do? What have they done? Elect who? Should we?
Reproductive rights, politicians who have an anti-reproductive rights ideology, like Henry Cuellar, they've been doing.
Yeah, is that? Should we elect more Democrats like that? Should we? You had an opportunity. It literally could not have been like a better presented challenge to them. The May 3rd, the draft comes out. They're gonna kill Roe v. Wade. There's a primary. You can have in an area that is going to elect a Democrat. You can have an awesome pro-choice, young representative Democrat. You can have one of the most conservative ones. I'm not even saying that Nancy Pelosi should have gone and stumped for Cisneros. She could have just stayed out. She could have just let the district decide. No, in this moment where everyone in the country was focused on the future of reproductive rights, she and others in Democratic leadership felt we have to weigh in. We have to use our time and our platform and our voice to make sure that we keep in office a guy who wants to strip these rights away. That's what they chose to do. And they did that in this case. The only reason they haven't done that in more cases is because thankfully there aren't that many Democratic incumbents anymore that have these positions. But if there were, you could bet your ass Nancy Pelosi would be fighting for them. And if it comes down in future primaries where you have a good progressive and you have a centrist Democrat who, sure, they don't think that you have any fundamental rights. They don't care about your fundamental humanity, but they'll help to stop the corporate tax rate from going up. Then they will weigh in again and they will put into office more centrists. They agree with on most issues and also believe that these rights shouldn't be enshrined in law. That's what they'll do. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.